Alright, so the diagram that we've drawn out here is kind of a really simple diagram that we use to explain this concept of risk versus uncertainty and how it applies to you as an entrepreneur in the early stages of your business. So imagine this entire circle right here, the greater of the three circles, being the entire realm of knowledge that you need to know for your business, for example. Everything that applies to your customer, your market, your industry, everything you need in order to be successful in executing this idea. This blue circle down here that's shaded, this region that we've titled Know, short for knowledge, is the percentage of the entire circle that you actually know. For example, me, I would say I know how to write a business plan, or I know how to put together financial statements, or I know how to program, or I know how to design logos. Any of those skill sets that you as an individual or your entire team actually know. Skills and expertise that you already have fit in here. The second circle, outlined in red right here, that we've titled, knowledge that you know you don't know. So for me, things like speaking Mandarin, I know I don't know how to speak Mandarin. Things like that, we call that in the Foundry risk, because these are things that are known that we don't know. So, we will title this risk because it can be managed, it's known, it can be mitigated, we can plan for it and account for risk. These are situations in which tools like projections, business plans, a lot of the traditional strategy tools you learn in business school apply to. Whereas as an entrepreneur, we take this, in the Foundry, we take this very kind of aggressive stance in saying that this greater of the three circles, this area called, that we call uncertainty, the things that you don't know, you don't know. It's just, you don't know these things. And so, we call that uncertainty. And so the Foundry is unique in that, we assume that participants, when they apply to the program, they already have some decent understanding of how to manage risk and mitigate it. Students that generally join the Foundry either come from business school, or we expect, though, if they don't come from a business background, we expect that knowledge is transferred to students through peer mentoring, for example, or our really robust online courses that explain a lot of these concepts with regards to mitigating risk. But this area of uncertainty is what the Foundry really tries to focus on. And the way we go about resolving uncertainty is the same way that scientists and academics go about generating new knowledge, which is what you're really up to as an entrepreneur. You're generating new knowledge, with regards to product, customers, your market, innovation. And the way you go about doing that is through the scientific method. Taking your assumptions that are baked into your idea and applying the scientific method by building experiments that test those assumptions, taking the data that emerges from those experiments and then just building on those to generate new experiments until at some point, most of the knowledge that is required to execute your business, fits in one of these two realms. And at that point, we make the argument that it makes sense for you to now go and raise external financing to build a business plan, to build projections, and start applying a lot of the traditional tools towards your idea.